All right, guys. All right. We're back. We've been away for a little bit because Christmas time, holidays, things like that. But our hiatus is over. But we've still been training. Hey, dog. The thing is like to be a good boxer, you can't have breaks during holidays. Where you gotta keep training all the time.
Oh yeah.
Those good fighters in the gym all the time.
Yeah. I was there.
Alrighty. So we're gonna recap on fights that happened in December and earlier in January and stuff, and
work our way to the present.
Because we've been away for a little bit. So the first fight, let's just talk a little bit about Gervonta Davis and New York's Gamboa. Gervonta Tank Davis, and that fight in Atlanta, Georgia, and with the undercard fight, which was better than the main event. It was Jean Pascal with his victory over Badou Jack.
We gotta talk about that.
Most people weren't giving him the nod there. They weren't saying that Pascal was going to beat him. But look at this. 10 years ago, he became champion, beating Adrian Diaconu from in Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
10 years later, he's at the top of the game.
Yeah,
still he was then.
He was amazing.
Still now,
a very close fight though.
No,
very exciting.
No doubt about that. A very close. It was a close fight.
Yeah,
I would honestly, not just for favoritism and stuff, I would give it to Pascal.
Yeah,
only because I understand. You just because you're the champion, and how they say if you're the champion, you gotta knock the champion, and you gotta beat him decisively.
Mm-hmm.
It's always should be a fair shake, regardless if you're the champion or not.
Yeah.
Whoever won the fight should win the fight, and that's what happened in this fight. In my underestimation, anyways,
I know what you mean.
I thought Pascal definitely won that fight in a very close one.
So, I mean, Pascal was going to the body quite a bit, and I think he was effective. And I hope, and maybe the judges saw that too.
Yeah.
Badou Jack had some nice, solid combinations that he landed on.
I agree. He did.
He fought much better in this fight than he did in his last against Marcus Brown.
Right, but he had that massive cut.
True.
In that fight, I'm sure.
Played
a big factor in what happened there. I mean, just look at how styles make fights in boxing.
Yeah.
And you have Pascal that beat Brown, and you have Badou Jack that lost to Brown.
Yeah.
But Pascal beat Badou Jack. That's the beauty of boxing.
Yeah.
That's the drama of it, and that's why we're so gravitated towards a sport like that.
Well, I also with that fight, I thought that the way Pascal fought, he was throwing a lot of jabs, right? Mm-hmm. Like 1, 2, 3. Can you reach it? Oh. Yeah. Okay. So I liked the strategy going in, and I think it changed a little bit. I think at some point that Badou Jack started to take a little bit more of the ring generalship in there.
Right.
But you're right. If you're gonna be the champ, beat the champ, you got to take it away from him. Yeah.
And Pascal put him down.
And he didn't take it away from him.
Right. He didn't. It was a razor close fight. Pascal was throwing some of them shots. I remember from the amateur days when he used to wing that overhand right. Man. He was good deadly with that punch.
He is.
And he rocked Badou Jack with that shot, like bam, overhand, boom, hit him right in the temple. And he was discombobulated.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But recovered and Pascal got rocked a couple times. But Pascal
he's got a chin, man.
And he doesn't. Maybe he got rocked. Maybe he didn't. But he kind of gives off. I always feel like when he kind of goes into defensive mode.
Yeah.
you always, and it happens, suddenly he throws out a hook, inside hook.
He's dangerous, eh?
And you go, okay.
Yeah.
Now maybe he wasn't in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
This is his way of luring him in.
Yeah.
So he's an unpredictable fighter that way, and I think that's a great quality in a fighter.
Yeah, he's got that
punch. It's great. It's always entertaining, his fights.
Always.
That's why he's got so many fans. That's why
yeah.
we're such big fans.
Yeah, for sure.
One of the reasons.
He's the best Canadian fighter in the history of professional boxing that we've had here in Canada.
And Chevalo.
For sure, Chevalo's he's up there, but the best I'm talking about.
You're right. Pascal
is a two-time champion, and what he's done has never been done in the light heavyweight division. And 10 years later, being a champion again. 10 years, a decade. We just passed a decade just recently.
Yeah,
that's 10 years. He was champion at the beginning, and then he became champion at the end.
Yeah.
Round of applause to him. Man.
Yeah, we love him. We got to give him a call again.
Yeah, I messaged him. I don't know if he's back yet. I'm trying to.
We wouldn't have had enough time on this podcast.
Right.
We would have to show.
Not enough time.
No. I mean, we'd have to.
Pascal, we're gonna talk to Pascal.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Then we the others. Yeah.
So you know I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel you.
Okay. So, but back to the Gervonta fight.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about that. And then this is the first fight in Atlanta in 20 years.
135?
At 135. Now he's moved up. He had the weight problems again.
Yes,
he didn't make weight twice. He failed to make the weight on 2 attempts, and then
he finally made it.
Came back and he finally made it. Wow. So I don't know what to say about that. Like, is it a lack of discipline? Is it a lack of I think it's too early to make that kind of statement.
Yeah,
about
and
him.
I wouldn't want to make the statement without really knowing what was going on in his camp and during his training, and because you never know, there could be other factors that we don't know about.
True. But
speculate. If I were to really speculate, oh man. Well, what do you think?
This is what I definitely think, and so there's been videos of surface of him before. I remember one video. It was such a great crew, doc. It was Earl Spence. It was Terrence Crawford. It was Gervonta. It was Robert Easter Jr. Adrian Broner. All those guys, they all hang out and stuff. And Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence were going at it. And Gervonta is there too. And Gervonta, he looks like you can tell he's not in the gym all the time. Mm-hmm. He's not always on weight. And just speaking a little bit about that, Terrence Crawford, he's always on. And Earl Spence really wasn't, because Terrence Crawford's like, man, you fat. And he grabbed him by something, like, man, you fat. You fat. And then Earl Spence like, man, how I look at the weighing. And he's just like, you fat. But, I mean, these guys that are in the gym all the time,
it's like being kids in a playground, man.
Yeah. But that's so cool, though. These guys are the elite of boxing.
I know. I know. It's just funny. It's funny.
You see the beef and stuff going on with Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, the Twitter wars.
Yeah, man. They hate each other. Or are they promoting a fight?
But one thing I like about
doesn't matter,
Earl,
really.
Earl's he's like, man, I'm going right into that fight. He don't want no warm up, whatever. He wants to go right into a fight with Crawford.
It's a mistake.
Is that a good thing? No.
I mean, the problem is he hasn't fought in a while again.
Sugar Ray Leonard, remember he came back after that long hit, and then he came back to get Hagler.
Yeah, I do. But there's, I think, a lot more cases out there where guys came back and didn't do so well.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Roberto Duran.
Yeah, right.
Well, he did win a few fights when he came back. He did.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
beat Iron Barkley.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty amazing accomplishment because he was amazing, right?
He beat Hearns.
Yeah. Hearns had beat him, though, I think, in a rematch.
Yeah.
Did you read his... Yeah, he's got a good autobiography.
Yeah?
Yeah, about his fighting career, Hearns. Yeah. It's something The Hammer. I can't remember the exact name of it. I'll look in my... I have it. I think I have it. I'll give it to you.
Trivia for you. What was his original nickname?
Oh, I can't remember. Damn you.
Motor City Cobra.
Oh, yeah. See, I did remember that. It just didn't come to my forebrain quick enough.
Okay, we'll let that one slide then.
That's a tough one. So Gervonta Davis.
The first fight in Atlanta in 20 years. The fight that heavyweight. First title fight.
First title fight.
20 years. Because prior to that, 20 years ago, was Evander Holyfield, Real Deal, and Von Bean. Von Bean was just an average fighter.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Atlanta, 14,000, like Gervonta is really popular.
Yeah.
That's the thing with him. His knockouts, 23-0 and 22 KOs, having that knockout ability. And he's crowd pleasing. People like him. There's 14,129 fans there.
That's like a sellout, right?
Yeah. And then you had Evander Holyfield was there. Do you remember? Okay. So name one other fighter from Atlanta. Two come up to mind right away. One for sure does.
Holyfield?
Yeah, Holyfield. But then another one aside from Holyfield.
I don't know.
Okay, so remember...
What are you trying to embarrass me in front of our fans?
Remember Paul Williams?
Yeah.
And Paul
he was there in a
Williams
wheelchair,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. That's where they're...
Yeah.
He was there in a wheelchair.
He looked okay.
And then he looks great.
Yeah.
Became paralyzed in a motorcycle accident and had to end his career. And he was a very, very dangerous fighter.
He had that great series of fights with Sergio Martinez from Argentina.
Well, he got knocked out in that.
Yeah, a horrific overhand left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Knocked him out cold. And it was soon after that he had the motorcycle accident.
Yeah, it was.
Paralyzed. It was. But he looked okay. It was good to see.
Paralyzed from the waist down.
Yeah. But he looked good. Like, he looked healthy, and that's awesome.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the Gervonta fight. So Gervonta, it's a 12th-round TKO over Yorkas Gamboa.
Yeah. Okay?
So Yorkas Gamboa is 37 years old, or 38, and he's 30 now with 3 knockouts, 18 KOs. He's old. And what?
He's got losses.
Yeah, he's 3 losses. 30 and 3.
And 3, okay.
30 and 3, 30
yeah. Now. Okay.
Terrence Crawford beat him one time.
I remember. Yeah, knocked him down a few times.
Yeah. But this fight was not like that at all. First of all, he ruptured or tore his Achilles tendon in the second round.
Yeah.
So initially we were just like, what's going on? Like, they're doing something with the shoe. And nor did he complain. Like, no, he did say he was, like, injured or whatever.
Yeah.
But he still went on and fought 12 rounds.
Gotta give that to him.
And he could have just did a rigging like his Cuban teammate or whatever that took the high road home
against Lomachenko.
Lomachenko.
Yeah, but he's done that. He's done that to a few guys. Lomachenko.
Yeah.
Quit on the
stool, he
right?
does that. He makes him quit.
Yeah.
So Gamboa lasted the 12 rounds with him.
Yeah.
Gets stopped at the end. Yeah. In the 12th round.
He had his moments though, where he connected nicely on Davis in the middle rounds.
Yeah,
he was doing okay. He had some moments. Davis, that nickname, the Tank, or Tank.
Yeah,
that suits him, man.
Yeah,
he's a tank. But he's got some defensive skills too. Did you notice that?
He is. He's not flawless, but I mean, he's got the eraser and his southpaw eraser. A very, very, very dangerous fighter.
He's scary, man. Like, he's trouble in that division.
Yeah, he's
I'd like to see him fight Teofimo Lopez.
But Lopez is fighting Lomachenko.
I know. But that would be a nice fight later. To
that would. There's nice talent in these weight classes right now.
Yeah. We're fortunate. So
Davis now becomes a 2-time world champion, and Davis gives his performance a C+. Now he's 23-0, 22 knockouts, and so what like people are gonna just say, his performance was not what we're cut. He should have blown this guy out, whatever. But styles make fights. Let's move past this one. Let's see what his next fight is.
And Gamboa's been fighting it that way for a little while already.
And he just moved up.
So we got to give him some slack. It was still a good performance. And Gamboa gives most top 10 guys trouble in that division.
Yeah.
And if not, beats most of them.
Yeah.
Or some, I don't know. So what else we got on? Was there any other fight on that undercard that night?
Well, I mean, the Pascal and the Badou Jack fight. We talked about that. Uztaki, how do you pronounce that?
Yeah. We had a funny nickname for him. Uzuggee or something.
Yeah.
Who's a good guy?
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good card, though, anyways, but...
He was good. No, who was the guy that... Who did he fight?
I can't even remember. I can't remember that.
Because he lost Uzuggee. Or do you...
He did lose in that fight. I can't remember.
Yeah, he got outboxed in that fight.
So, okay,
he was a favorite.
So, let's talk about another fight. Okay, this one, we've seen this one, definitely. That's Jermell, Iron Man, Charlo, 33-1, 17 KOs, with the TKO in the 11th round of Tony Superbad Harrison, 28-3, 21 KOs. And what a fight we witnessed.
Tony Harrison is a master of his craft. He was impressive. Offensively,
great fundamentally, prepared boxer.
Yeah. Owned most of the rounds.
Jab. He was winning the
Beautiful
fight.
jab.
He was winning the fight for sure.
Outboxing Charlo for sure.
Outboxing, winning the rounds.
Getting a little bit tired going into that 11th.
Yeah, right? A little bit tired, a little bit. But winning the fight, in great fashion. It was a good fight. It was a great fight.
And we got to take our hat off to Charlo.
Charlo, because he brought his power into that later round. Yeah. He dropped him twice in the 11th round.
He's a well-conditioned fighter. He has to be, because he looked good in that 11th round too. He looked really strong still.
Yeah, so because this was a rematch of their first fight, which the first fight was a big upset, and they gave the fight to Harrison. Yeah, which I thought Charlo definitely deserved that fight. Yeah. And this fight, Harrison was winning. Yeah, but that fight, Harrison did not deserve that belt at all, the WBC belt. But Charlo now is happy. He regains his WBC belt.
Good fight for him.
There was bad blood between these two, because initially the first fight got postponed because Harrison had an ankle injury, and the fight got postponed. Charlo was saying like he made that up, and the breaker. They really hated each other though. Yeah, man. And man, Harrison, like, man, you just a bitch, man. You just a bitch. Like things like that. They just. There's a lot of bad blood. But,
they both... It was a really good fight. It was entertaining. And, from start to finish, it was a good fight.
Yeah.
So
now Charlo is 33-1, 17 KOs.
33-1, 17 KOs.
Yeah. Charlo goes he's like, I got the belt back. It took me a while, but I didn't leave it to the judges. Tony's a former champion and came to fight. He had a lot on the line. He had the pressure on him. Because that was always big. They're bickering between each other. The pressure.
Yeah.
Who's the pressure on? They kept saying it's on you. It's on whatever the case may be.
Doesn't matter.
I did what I had to do. I went in there. I dominated, and I knocked him out. And there's no
with all due
argument.
respect. Yeah. I don't think Charlo dominated him.
No, definitely not.
But that's what he said, right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
He said, I definitely dominated him and knocked him out.
Yeah.
I agree you knocked him out, but I don't agree that you dominated him.
Right.
I think he had his moments where he did.
Yeah.
But I think that Harrison had many more of those moments of dominating. Charlo.
Yeah. He was
just
totally
as objective as I could be, and I'm a Charlo fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you call a spade, right? If a fight's happening, regardless if it's a fighter that you like, you tell it the way it is. Like,
yeah, you have to. Otherwise, nobody believes you unless they know who you're rooting for.
Yeah. Then on the undercard of that fight card, and this is in Brooklyn, New York, and this is the USA debut of Chris Eubank Jr. So Chris, my son, I thought him very explicitly.
I know. He tries to use big lingo.
He's learning the fundamentals.
He's such an interesting fella.
Oh my Chris
Eubank
Senior, man. Like,
he's such a character, man.
What's he doing, man? Like, the good fighter and great fighter.
Yeah.
He was not
Nigel Benn fights.
Amazing fights. So like just I don't know what to say. That's craziness that those fights and Eubank and but his son so now making his USA
at 168 super middleweight.
I'm not sure.
I think that's where he last fought, unless he's gone up to light heavyweight.
No, he didn't. Yeah, not light heavyweight.
Okay, so he's a super middleweight.
No. He's a middleweight.
Middleweight? He went down to 160?
I think he's been at 160 for a bit.
I'm pretty sure he fought at super middleweight at one point. He did, yeah.
Maybe he went up then for a fight or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. That's possible.
Yeah. But he wins the interim middleweight title.
Yeah.
So in this fight, like, it was kind of weird what happened. And when he fought Matt Korobov. Korobov.
Yeah, Korobov. That's it. Yeah.
Russian. A really good fighter. Yeah. His only two losses were to Jermell, Charlo, and Andy Lee. These now falls to 28-3, one draw.
Yeah, that's a respectable record, though. That's a good record still.
37 years old. Yeah.
And
so,
but now's his time.
Yeah. And his time's going. Like, 37 is getting to the... You should be firing all cylinders, or you're near the end.
It's all in.
The engine's gonna break down. The car's breaking down.
Yeah.
Car's breaking down.
Well.
And so, anyways, what happened was Korobov, he injured himself from his shoulder. He dislocated his shoulder, and then the fight stopped. So he had to stop because his arm was dislocated out of the
socket.
Yeah,
that's a dislocation. Yeah.
Yeah. So then Eubank Jr. becomes the interim. How are these belts, eh? He becomes a champion for that?
What round was it in? Did that happen in?
I know it was earlier, though. I think second round, yes. Second round.
Is there a way of so
no
what are you
contest?
saying? It should be a no contest?
Makes more sense.
Do a rematch?
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, let's go to another fight.
Okay.
Okay, so we got this one's funny. Everything that led up to it and what happened and we're talking about Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and Daniel Miracle Man Jacobs who beat cancer. Jacobs now is 25-3. Oh no, I messed that record up. 30-3, 29 KO. No. I got the record wrong. But Chavez is 51-4, 33 KOs. So, first, this fight happened in Phoenix, Arizona. I know we talked about this on one podcast. The original fight was scheduled for Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., he refused to take a drug test. Take the drug test from the Nevada State Athletic Commission. So he automatically gets suspended. So he's like, forget this. And Golden Boy, let's go up the road to Arizona and fight there. So they get sanctioned and fight there. And they went through a court case and a court battle, but apparently that fight happened.
Does that mean he wasn't tested for drugs?
Yeah. Ooh. I don't know if he did in Phoenix.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But anyways, who cares?
Yeah.
Like the guys, we know the guy. Like could be cheating, but he's done cocaine and whatever before.
Weed, yeah,
he might be. I don't know.
There's anything wrong with it, but to each his own. But
whatever.
In boxing, it doesn't work too well.
Cocaine's hell of a drug. You ever watch that? Dave Chappelle.
Yes, I love Dave Chappelle.
I'm like James Rich.
All right, so. So you were saying about this Chavez Jr. fight.
Yeah, so first he comes overweight, and we're talking 5 pounds overweight. Okay, so out of a $3 million purse, he gets $1 million penalty for the fight. That's not that big. He's son of a legend, anyways. Like his days coming from money. Which I give Chavez credit for anyways, to still do that, even though he's come from a good, all this money and stuff, it was his dad, and he still pursued something to this extent, which is very hard and commendable, right? So, so what happened in the fight, and Miracle Man was winning. And it was a good fight.
Yeah, but he was backing him up too.
He was. Yeah, he was. Especially at the beginning.
Yeah, he was fighting quite well.
He was doing well. He had a considerable advantage in weight. Okay.
Yeah.
Like he was on. Jacob says he was like a cruiserweight in there. Like he felt his punches, and he's like, "That's cruiserweight stuff, man." Like Yeah. So that's unfair. Then he claimed it was in the 5th round, or...
Yeah, the 5th.
Yeah, in the 5th round, he claims that he got a broken nose from a headbutt, and then he quits on the stool. So he didn't even come out for the round. He's like, oh, my nose is broken, blah, blah. And his dad, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., even said, yeah, his nose is broken, he got headbutted. Oh no, he got forearmed by Jacobs and stuff. And who knows, man? I don't like. First of all, it's good. This has got like a stench all over it, man. First of all, it got changed from one place, one city to the next. So he refused. Why would you refuse drug tests? There's only one reason.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, you think about Juan Manuel Marquez, all the cuts and the broken nose against Pacquiao in the last fight, and he comes back and knocks Pacquiao out.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy never complained about his nose.
Yeah.
And if his corner wanted to stop the fight, you better believe Marquez would tell them, like, no, shut up. I'm fighting.
Machismo.
He would never back down. And a lot of the big Mexican names.
It's part of their makeup. That they're no surrender.
Yeah, exactly. That was weird, though, because he was connecting I think Jacobs got hit more than he usually does in the first few rounds.
And by a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
There's more damage being inflicted on him, man.
It's risky, you know?
Yeah.
It's risky. You know what? Thank goodness it stopped in the 5th.
Also, Jacobs, because he came off weight, Jacobs had the option of still if wanted to fight or not. He was still going to get paid.
What about a clause that, okay, if he's 5 pounds overweight, Chavez Jr., he can't gain weight for the fight? You know what I mean? That would be fair.
It would, but it's Chavez Jr. that has... He's a big money guy, and so they make those Canelo catch weights, and
you're right.
They do that stuff for these guys like Chavez Jr. and Canelo. They're gonna make these kind of Canelo tested positive for steroids, and then only gets a 6-month suspension, and then he's back fighting.
Yeah,
just like a slap in the wrist for taking steroids and. In a sport where you can kill someone.
Yeah, makes no sense.
Don't like it.
Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make dollars. It makes dollars and cents only.
Yeah. And then Jacobs, he switched it with his trainer, Andre Wazir.
Yeah.
And I went with the new guy, Farid Samad, from New York.
I thought Rozier did a really good job with him.
I thought so too. I don't know what
who knows what happened. Yeah. That's too bad.
Yeah. A fight that was on, so we kind of caught up now as much as we can. There's some other fights and stuff, but we don't have to mention them all that we missed. But a fight that happened last night has some intrigue because now Jaime Munguia, he's moved up in weight to 160 because 154 was becoming too difficult for him to make. And he was staying in his
a big, tall guy.
He's a big dude and stuff. But hey.
So what did he go up to?
He went 160.
160 middleweight?
Yep. He went up to 160.
He's fighting,
Spike O'Sullivan.
O'Sullivan,
The guy with the mustache. Remember Dave Lemieux knocked him out.
Yeah.
He was a cocky Irish guy.
Yep. Lemieux knocked him right out.
Lemieux knocked his ass out.
Okay.
And
that'll be a fun fight to watch.
It happened. It was this weekend.
Oh damn! I wanted to watch.
Yeah, no, it was. That's what I mean. We're just recap this weekend, and Munguia ended up stopping him in the 11th round. Munguia now goes to 35-0, 28 knockouts, but Munguia, no, I think it was 11th round. But okay, Munguia, he's very too one-dimensional, and he's not gonna go far. And he got hit with some big shots by Spike O'Sullivan. This guy's he's got a decent record, but he got blew out by, and he's not a top elite level guy, and that's what DAZN and Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy have been trying to promote. This guy Munguia as being the star of Golden Boy, because the Canelo and Golden Boy relationship has soured a little bit and stopped. And Munguia is the guy, but he doesn't have what it takes. He doesn't have that Oscar De La Hoya thing. He doesn't have that.
So I agree with you because the way his style of fighting, and it seems like he didn't learn from his fight with the Japanese guy that really gave him a tough fight.
Yeah.
And maybe even inched it out. It was real close. I'll give it to Munguia, but he was a champ. But you can see that Munguia was getting exposed. He was getting hit. He's getting hit hard. And you saw holes in his defense, especially. There was not a lot of defense, and then he does the same 1-2.
Yeah.
Not a lot of feinting. He's young, though.
Definitely
he's young, so if he can
is.
really improve with each fight, then I say he has a shot at
he's young, but these guys that have come up like De La Hoya and stuff, when they were that age, they were sick. They were great they were awesome fighters.
Yeah, true.
And there's no awesome factor with Munguia.
He's got. Let's see if how he carries his power into
that weight class. But his record is like great, right? 35-0.
It is
28 kills.
It is good.
Munguia goes. I felt the difference at 160. I felt much stronger than being at 154 because making the weight was always detrimental.
And he may still have to grow a little bit more into this weight division.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see what.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll
see. But you're right. There's still a lot of holes there.
Yeah. He's got so many holes.
Yeah, but
he got nailed by some shots by O'Sullivan, like nailed.
I'm gonna watch the fight.
Bang, like Rocky Balboa stuff.
Okay, I gotta watch this. But his defense sucks. He keeps his cross hand down.
Yeah, he's just an offensive guy. Yeah. Just looks for the knockout. Name game is defense.
No, and he has very little defense. That's why I'd like to see him develop, get better, at least improve your defense. Improve one thing, your defense. Yeah. And he's got to start coming in with head movement and better angles. But he's still pretty straightforward and just relies on that power.
Hey, dog, you see the shirt?
I did. I saw it last time, too.
Pensacola, Florida. Pensacola in the house. Pensacola. I love Roy. Dude.
I know you do. He is awesome. He's awesome.
I would have to say, like, him and Brown Whitaker are the best fighters that I've ever seen, man.
I'm in agreement with you.
Him and Brown are just on. Look at those guys, how they came from the amateur system like that, eh? Olympic gold medals.
It worked back then, didn't it?
Yeah. Because USA dominated in Olympic boxing then.
Yeah.
With especially that 84 team. Or was it 88 or 84?
84 was when the Russians, it was in LA, and the Russians boycotted.
Yeah, the 88 team. Wait. Oh, that's the one that's when.
That was 84.
That's the Russian one that they all won, the Americans.
Yeah, but they didn't have any, like, from the Soviet Union boxers fighting too. Not to say
but
they were good.
Oh, man.
They won.
Then there were the Soviets?
Yeah.
That was freaking like, that's like Kazakhstan. Uzbekistan, all those sick countries, and they're all in one, the Soviet Union.
Yeah,
the Iron Fist.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know, how did they do in the world tournaments prior to the Olympics? That team, they must have met some of these Russian guys in other tournaments, international tournaments.
That'd be something to
I'd like to know.
Yeah, USA. They've always been they've always had a good boxer that came out of the Olympic system that became good professionals.
But the last few Olympics,
I think the amateur whole program, it's just
falling apart.
It's not what it used to be. I know how the old timers always say. I'm not an old timer, am I?
No.
Okay, but they always say in my era, man.
I always do that now.
I'm not just saying that, but
yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
So we had another fight that was on yesterday, and I was pretty impressed with this guy, Jaron Ennis from Philadelphia, and he's backed by like Terrence Crawford and these guys, and Jaron Ennis, 147-pound welterweight. He's only 22 years old.
Damn,
25-0, 23 KOs, and he's a switch hitter. Even though his opponent, this Kazakh fighter, Bakhtiar Alujboov, 14-2-1, 12 KOs, even though he was shorter and he was a typical year, like those tight defense and like just come forward.
Which guy?
The Kazakh
guy, yeah.
That Jaron Ennis had, like, he just played with them. Like,
really?
It's one of those so suited for your style of fighting to look great against.
Oh
right?
man, I gotta check him out.
But he's a good fighter.
Okay, good.
He does really, really nice stuff.
And he's smart in the ring.
You know what I like? Oh yeah, he's very smart.
Yeah.
43% of his shots I just throw will go to the body.
Love it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great percentage.
Yeah, that's a huge percentage. If you're almost at 50%, that's huge.
Okay, I gotta watch that one and Sullivan.
That was a nice fight. That was a good fighter. Another welterweight, another one to throw in the mix.
Man, what a thick division. 147's thick now.
So many fighters in so many weight classes, and all the weight classes are stacked, man. Yeah. Good fighters.
And the next big name to be fighting the soonest out of that pack of 147 pounders is Danny Garcia.
Right, he's fighting Ivan Redick.
Red Catch.
Redick or whatever.
Red Catch, yeah.
Red Catch.
Who is good, but I don't think he's at...
No, Danny is...
He's not a Danny.
Danny Garcia cherry picking, man. But,
I don't know, he can't get fights. Top guys don't want to fight him, I think.
I'm just looking at some other...
Because he wants a chance at a belt. He wants to get his belt back. Because he's been a champ.
He needs to get...
you know that drive. Once you've tasted it, you want it for dinner every night.
Speaking of that, I watched yesterday the Sean Porter and Danny Garcia fight.
Yeah. Did you still score it to Porter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think I scored it to Porter as well. Yeah, he was just busy.
Edged him out.
The fight that was closer than I thought it was the first time I watched it was, because I've rewatched it, was the Keith Thurman Porter fight. When I rewatched that, I was like, ooh, I think Thurman pulled it off, but that was a lot closer than the first time I watched.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was actually a very close fight.
Yeah.
Porter's a
dog.
He always brings it.
He does.
I really respect him.
And his chin. Like we were talking earlier, Doc? What it takes to be a good boxer, heart and chin.
Yeah.
And Porter, what a chin he had, man. Remember when he fought Earl Spence and Spence knocked him down that shot?
Yeah.
That shot would have killed people, man.
Yeah. He's got a great chin.
He just went boom. His chin went and he just went down and got back up.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Crazy.
It was crazy.
So just some other boxing news, dog? So listen to this one. So Artur Beterbiev, we love Beterbiev.
Big fan, yeah.
He's just a monster in the division.
Yeah.
So he's supposed to fight a mandatory defense of his belt in China. Okay?
Okay.
And he's supposed to fight this guy, Meng Fanglong. But however, he refuses to fight in China due to the government ethnic cleansing of Uyghur Muslims. So
I don't know much about it.
I don't know much about that Muslim, either. Though. Yeah, he's a devout Muslim.
Okay.
So he's refusing that. Oh, and he's fighting in Montreal. I read it somewhere. I read it just recently.
Who, Beterbiev?
Yeah.
So
and I think he's fighting on a gym card. I know they had their separated and stuff, but I'm sure it's on a gym card or it's in Yvonne Michelle card.
Okay, so let's just analyze that.
I'd love to go to that one, eh?
That would be great. What is that? We'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
But back to that fight. Back to that scenario. So let's say he doesn't do his mandatory contender fight.
Yeah. Does he get stripped? I think so.
Okay, so he gets stripped. That's but it's not going to take him out of the mix to get a belt and possibly fight the guy that ends up winning his belt, and then he gets to fight him, and he gets all the belts.
Yeah.
He wins.
Yeah.
That I'd like to see.
Yeah.
But you got some big boys in that division too.
In the light heavyweight.
Oh man. And now you got Canelo in the mix too.
But Canelo's not 100%. He's going to drop down.
Okay.
He ain't going to stay there.
Yeah.
Well, we got a good fight to be pretty excited about, and that's Wilder and Fury. The rematch, which is happening. It's like, I wasn't sure at first, because I'm like, I don't want to put the cart before the horse here. I know they scheduled.
And he had the bad cut.
Yeah,
from
right.
his last
Yeah,
fight.
from his last
Fury,
fight.
Yeah.
But it's going down, and there's
That's big.
Some other news. So Tyson Fury, he left his trainer Ben Davison, and now he's training. Guess where? Detroit with Sugar Hill.
Wow.
And do you remember? Because Fury, I think it was.
He always praised Ben Davidson so much.
He did. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with them. But he already has a tie to Kronk and stuff because he was there at the beginning when he was turned pro. He was training there with Emmanuel Stewart.
Well, and he sparred with Klitschko. They
Yeah.
wanted him to spar with Klitschko too.
Yeah.
And that was Manny Stewart.
Right.
That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Wow, man. I'd like to know the story behind it.
Yeah.
Well,
I would love to go
because
down
they
there.
had mutual respect for each other.
Did.
So I'm so surprised. And
yeah.
He's a young guy, but
I like
knows
him.
His stuff.
I mean,
he knows what he's doing.
Heavyweight champion of the world is training with you for a good number of fights. You obviously know what you're doing.
He does, and the thing is, it's almost like being ageist when announcers say, "Oh, he's so young." They start off by saying, "Yeah, Ben Davison, he's so young."
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
young man. Like they're being kind of ageist.
Yeah.
It's not about that. It's about being knowledgeable.
Is that a word?
What, ageist?
Yeah.
It's you know,
it's a thing. Ageist. Yeah.
It's like being racist.
Really?
It comes from the same root words. Put age in there. Yeah.
Huh.
I know, it's weird, eh?
Yeah.
But
you
it's
don't hear that often.
No. So I wonder what. Yeah, it'd be nice to know what happened to their relationship. Not nice to know. It's just I'm curious to know.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Maybe they'll get back together. Maybe this is a one-off.
I don't think so because I think like him reuniting now in Detroit, like Kronk with the Emmanuel Stewart, and the legacy that he built, and with his nephew, Sugar Hill, and Tyson Fury was already there when Emmanuel was there, and I think that's going to be really good for them because Sugar Hill, he for sure obviously learned everything from Emmanuel and watching Emmanuel train Vladimir Klitschko.
Yeah.
And he was with Klitschko and Fury is a Vladimir Klitschko's type of fighter, built.
Yeah.
And the movement and stuff, and
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay. I think so. It also makes it for us boxing fans just another thing to look for to see if we can see a change in strategy or technique that maybe Sugar Hill implemented and taught him or trained him on specifically. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be a fun fight. Mm-hmm.
So we were just talking a little bit about like the 135-pound weight class, right?
Yeah.
And look at these fighters here. Gervonta Davis, 23-0, 22. Teofimo Lopez, 15-0, 12 KOs, age 22. Gervonta, age 25. Devin Haney, age 22. Ryan Garcia, 21 years old.
Oh my God, these are young kids, man. What a division. Yeah. What a division.
Yeah.
But cream of the crop, Lomachenko.
Oh, they don't even put his name in this thing.
Cream of the crop.
He's the cream of the crop.
And he's another big fight coming up, actually.
Yeah, he's fighting
Lopez. That's gonna be a fun fight to watch.
Yeah, I like my belief on that fight, it's gonna be like a Fernando Vargas type of scenario when Fernando Vargas fought too soon Felix Trinidad, and Trinidad ruined him.
Yeah.
And he wasn't really the same after Trinidad. Man, Trinidad, eh? How entertaining was that?
Yeah, he was a beautiful boxer. Yeah, beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
Great, slick.
Yeah.
Crisp technique.
Power. Man, that power he had. Debilitating power.
Mm-hmm. Fun to watch fighter, yeah. I like watching his old fights.
Yeah.
So Lomachenko fights Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I think it's too soon for Lopez.
I think it's going to be that kind of a scenario. Yeah.
But he's got some power in that, he can fight orthodox or unorthodox.
Yeah.
Oh, careful. And he changes very often. Click it. Yeah. And he changes stances quite often. And he's got some power in his hands, too. So Lomachenko's still got to be smart about this. But
in boxing,
they know that.
Always have
they know
to be,
that.
And if you're the guy's a champion, like, obviously, champions don't just become champions because they just found a belt somewhere or whatever.
No.
Like, they're good fighters.
They're
great fighters to become a champion.
Yeah, absolutely. They know what it takes, and they know what it takes to stay at the top. Like Lomachenko, he and his father and his whole team, and he's got the right manager too.
That's what it takes. It takes a whole team.
It
right?
does.
It takes I know it's just you in the ring, but the process of you getting to the ring and to be in that kind of condition mentally and physically, and it's all a team effort.
Yeah, absolutely. And that shows up in his team, plus his skill is he does so many things.
I love, like,
at the same time.
Papa Lomachenko, Lomachenko, man.
Lots of brain training.
Hey, the guy, like, have you ever seen him smile? Like, he smiles sometimes, but do you ever see him, like, smile ear to ear when Lomachenko wins or knocks somebody out?
No. He smiles, but
he's
conservative.
The one time Lomachenko, I think he just had a defense of his belt, and they put him on his shoulders. His dad just got him off the shoulders right away.
Right.
Like, we still got work to do here. You know?
Incredible, man.
Yeah.
Incredible. But, he always meant in all the interviews, or most of the interviews with Lomachenko that I've watched, and there were some recent ones, again, he's always so humble, but also praises his father.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to compliment his father.
That's good.
So he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
So, Doc, that's gonna kind of
Kooner's Corner, my friend.
So Kooner's Corner. So I know we haven't done this in a while.
Yeah. Episode 26, by the way.
Right. Yeah. That's 26. Well, what I want to talk about today is visualization. So I remember the one time when I went to the Olympic qualifier in 2000, and I was training so hard. I thought for sure I'm gonna win. I knew I was like, I thought I was gonna win easily, qualify. Then I can just like have that burden of trying to qualify for the Olympics, get it off my back. That I can focus on the Olympics. I went to this tournament in Tampa Bay, and there's so many good fighters there. Jeff Lacey, Jermaine Taylor, like all those guys on the American team were
big names.
Were there, yeah. Who else? Clarence Vincent, do you remember him?
No.
Dante Craig. Who else was there? Andre Ward.
Wow, that's pretty stacked
Andre
team.
Ward. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh no! Wait, no, that wasn't Andre. I swear, not that year. I'm getting.
Because he won a gold medal
in 2004. This was 2000. Anyway, so I go to that tournament. I didn't qualify. I win my first fight against Yanni Perez. Do you remember Yanni Perez?
Yeah, absolutely.
I had a war with Yanni Perez from Colombia, and I beat him on a count. It was tied. I beat him by count back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then I lost to Puerto Rico in a bad decision. Anyways, so then I go back home, and then 2 weeks later is the next qualifying tournament in Tijuana, Mexico. But now I'm like so devastated. I'm like, I didn't make it, man. I'm gonna go home and I gotta start training again. I'm like, damn, I felt so defeated. Then I'm like, there's only one or two things you can do. You can just sit there and sulk about it and wish, why me, whatever, or do something about it, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna start doing visualization. I'm gonna write stuff down and I'm gonna put it up in our house and in my bedroom and in the washroom, and it's a really good tool. I know it works. I look at it when I brush my teeth, and it says, I'm the best in my weight class. I'm going to qualify for the 2000 Olympics in this tournament. And I'd see it all the time.
Yeah, it goes into your subconscious, they say. Mm-hmm. And then your subconscious directs your consciousness. So all the actions you take are to achieve that goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And without you necessarily thinking about it, you just do it.
Yeah, that's it. And it gets engraved in your head.
Yeah.
And you just think about it all the time. So I went to the next tournament in Tijuana, and my first fight is against Omar Narvaez from Argentina, and he was number 2 in the world.
Yeah, he was still fighting up till recently.
Yeah.
Lost to Nui.
I beat him, and then I beat another guy, and whatever. And then I ended up qualifying. So I was so relieved and so happy, whatever, because now I achieved my goal, which is go to the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
And then you always said different, but that technique, it worked so great for me, and I kept using it thereafter too, on different things.
Yeah, man. I think in business you can use it. It's practical.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah.
Cool, man. That's a good coach's corner. Visualization, deep topic today. Just a few more minutes left. So in my Did You Know segment, I wanted to actually talk a little bit about the George Chuvalo Muhammad Ali fight. So that fight took place in Toronto at the Gardens.
Right.
Because there was no state that would give him a license. Ali in the U.S. Yeah. And so...
Because he dodged the draft.
And people were like protesting, the Americans were like, some of them were, the hardcore ones were like protesting Canada in the end for letting the fight to happen. And the history tells what happened. It was a 15-rounder, which was dominated by Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
But it was a tough fight for Muhammad Ali because of Chuvalo's heart and chin. And he still throws a hard punch that Muhammad Ali had to be wary of, or Cassius Clay. It was a great fight. And Muhammad Ali now always, I would see some interviews with him, especially when he was in Canada, and they'd ask about Chuvalo, and he'd always say what respect he had for Chuvalo, and what a tough guy, like the toughest guy and toughest jaw in the game, in boxing. So very complimentary of Chuvalo.
Yeah. And that's what we keep talking about, like how what you need in boxing is a chin and a heart. Chin and heart. If you have that, then
that's the foundation.
That's a foundation, exactly.
Yeah. Then you work all the other stuff. And if you got talent included.
Yeah.
You're there, man. So we got to talk, I guess, next about next week. And we'll talk about upcoming fights. Yeah. We didn't cover the Clarissa Shields fight.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We'll do that next time.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Clarissa Shields fight, which went the distance, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it next time.
Okay.
Because we're almost out of time.
Because I want to talk about a few things about that.
I know. Just won't forget. We'll talk about it next week. Yeah.
All right. Okay, we out.
Episode 27 next week. See, I can do it without moving my hands.
Look at this. Look at that. Crystal.
Yeah, I know. Out, my friends. Start watching our channel too.